Hello there, Year 2, it's Miss Hutt here, and I've taken one of your problems of the day today to have a little look at. So, hopefully you should have read this activity, but I'll read it out again to you. It says here, Amir has 3 number cards. It's got a circle, a triangle, and a heart. Now, there's some information here. We've not actually been told what these cards are worth. So there's a bit of a clue, but we've got to unpick what these clues are telling us. It's saying circle is 12, then triangle. We're thinking, well, what's triangle worth? So we can't solve that one yet. It says heart is 32 more than circle. But again, we don't know what circle is, so we can't solve that yet. But triangle is equal to 25. Aha, so there's a bit of a clue already. It says, what is the sum of the 3 cards? So we've got a few things we've got to solve here. So first things first, what do we know? Well, we already know that triangle is equal to 25. So triangle is actually 25. That's a big tick. I'm actually going to tick it off now that I've solved that bit. But I now need to work out what circle and heart is. So I'm going to go backwards and have a look. And it says heart is 32 more than circle. Well, I still don't know what circle is, so I can't solve that one yet. Let's have a look at this one. Circle is 12 less than triangle. Now I know that triangle is 25. So I've got to work out what 12 less than triangle is. Now, if I wrote it as a number sentence, what's my number sentence going to look like? Well, the whole number is 25. And one of my parts is 12. I need to work out what this is here. And if I drew it as a bar model, you can probably guess that 25 is the whole. 12 is one of the parts. We've got to work out what this part is here. So I've got a couple of methods to show you in case you're not sure. I've got my 100 square here. So 25 take away 12. So I can start off at 25 and I'm going to take away the ones and then the 10. So I'm going to take away 2 ones and then 1 10. It gets me to 13. I could also do a number line. We like our number lines. They are our friends. So we start off at 25. And we're going to be counting backwards. So exactly the same concept. I'm going to take away the 2 ones. So 25, 24, 23. And then take away the 1, 10. Remember that 1 is a 10, not a 1. So 1 jump of 10. Let's take away the 1s here as well. 23 take away 10 is 13. But either way, it brings me to the answer of 13. Fill in those images as well. So I now know that my circle is 13. So that leaves the last bit. I can tick that off now. The last bit of information, heart is 32 more than circle. So what circle? Circle is 13. So 13. And heart is 32 more. So I now need to add those ones together. So this time in my bar model, what's that going to look like? Am I working out the parts? Am I working out the whole? What am I working out? Well, if we've got 2 parts here that we're adding together, we're working out the whole. So I now need to write it down, making sure my bar is accurate. 32, I'm working out the whole here. So again, I can pop over to my 100 square. Now, I'm actually going to swap these numbers around, 32 and 13. I'm going to start off with the bigger number because it's easier to count on less than it is to count on more. So I'm going to start off at 32, down to 30, 32. Now I'm going to add on 13. So I'm going to add on the 3 ones first in the number 13. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to add the 1, 10. Brings me to 45. But if I wanted to be savvy, like using my number lines, because we like our number lines, again, I'm going to start off with 32. It's easier to add on less than it is to add on more. And I'm going to add 13. So this time, I'm not working out what's going on up here. I'm now working out how many more. So I'm going to add on 3 ones, those 32. 1, 2, 3, 32, 33, 34, 35. I've added on 3 ones. And then I need to now add on 1 10. 35 add 10 equals 45. So my parts here are 45. Phew! Now we've done a lot of maths and I can tick that off, so we know that heart is 45. But is that the end of my problem? No, because it then says, what is the sum of the 3 cards? Do we remember what that word sum means? What calculation have we got to do? Have we got to add, take away, multiply or divide? Big question. It's actually adding them together. So we've now got to add 13, 25 and 45. So how are we going to start this off? Well, we're always going to start off with the biggest number. Have a look at these 3 numbers. What's the biggest number? 45. So I'm actually going to start off with my number line this time. 45. And I'm going to add on 25. Some of you be able to do this in your head because you're probably doing the number line in your head, but I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to add on the ones. 45. I'm just going to do one big jump of 5. Will get me to 50. And then I'm going to add on the 2 10s. 50. Add 1 10. Brings me to 60. Add another 10. Brings me to 70. And, oh, whoops. Wrong one, make sure you put the 10 in there. Good job, I checked. What a marvellous mistake. I now need to add on 13. So I've added on 25 and 45 together. I now need to add 13. So I'm going to start adding my 3 ones. So 70, add 3 equals 73. And then my last 10, 73, add 10 equals 83. So the sum of all these cards is 83. This is why number lines are really easy to use, because you can go from drawing them out to actually doing them in your heads. But let me know how you get on with this year 2s, and I will hopefully speak to you soon. Have a lovely day.